What's going on, guys? Mr. Jones coming at you once again. All this video is going to be is me talking about the assignment that we're going to work on. So everything that I kind of go over should be review, but I want to make sure that you know how to do it before you get started. So make sure if you don't understand something, you've never seen it, take notes on it, okay? All right, this first section, this is Ready, Set, Go 3.5, and we're going to skip the first page. But this first section is just going to do a little bit of graphing. So I should see you have these three graphs that I'm circling with my mouse right here. These three graphs on one set of axes. So I don't care if you put it in your composition book or where, but you should be actually drawing these three graphs. Okay? And then you're going to answer B, C, D, and E. And then number 9, you can cross off. Okay? Cross off number 9. All right, so 8, you're going to graph them. Graph one of them, f of x is the parent function, g of x is going to be the parent function shifted down 4, and h of x will be shifted 1 right and 4 down. So you should be able to graph those without Desmos. Okay, look in your notes at vertex form. And then look at C. It says, how do g of x and h of x, okay, which are these two right here, how do these two graphs compare to f of x, which is the parent function? So another way to think of that is, how do the two graphs compare to the parent function? Okay, compare means how are they the same? So they probably mean contrast also. So how are they the same and how are they different? Okay, look back at the functions above, all three functions above, and identify the x-intercepts of g of x. So g of x, what are the x-intercepts? And then it says, what are the coordinates of the points corresponding to the x-intercepts in g of x in each of the other functions? Okay, so if you look at g of x and you find the x-intercepts, what would those points be on the other two graphs? Okay, try and look and see what those would be. So for example, if on the g of x graph you go over to up 4, I don't know, to get your x-intercepts, okay, that is where the points are on the graph. So if you go to the other graph and put the points in the same spot, what would those points be? Okay, so that's kind of a little bit of an explanation. And then what are the coordinates of the points corresponding? Oh, I already read that one. All right, so that should be everything for that. All right, the Go section is actually really good review. This is function notation. Okay, function notation. If you need more help on this, let me know, but function notation should be review. Okay, remember, if I give you an equation like this one says f of x, okay, f of x is the same thing as y. So f of x is the same thing as saying y. Or g of x, you know, is the same thing as saying y. Okay? So just remember that. Whenever you see these in the problem, you're just talking about y. Okay, so look at number 10 right there. My function is f of x equals x squared plus 4x minus 12. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about a couple different ones. Look at B where it says f of 2. Okay, f of 2 equals, okay, saying in the f equation, okay, which is this one right here, the f equation, plug in a 2 everywhere you see an x. So you're just going to plug in a 2, 2 squared plus 4 times 2, okay, minus 12. That was ugly. Let's fix that. Minus 12. Okay. So now, now you could see that 2, this right here was the x, and this right here was the x. Okay, so you're just plugging in. Now you're going to solve this, right? So let's go ahead and solve this. F of 2 equals, and we go ahead and solve. 2 squared is 4 plus 4 times 2 is 8 minus 12. Just use PEMDAS. Okay. F of 2, 2 equals 4 plus 8 is 12, and then 12 minus 12 equals 0. So your final answer for that one would be 0. Okay. A little bit of review there. All right, next one. What if it's the same question, but it said, okay, f of x equals, let's see, x squared plus 4x minus 12. Same question, but now it's saying if f of x equals 20, look at D right there. If f of x equals 20, what does x equal? Okay, now instead of plugging in for all the x's, you're plugging in for the f of x's. So you're going to plug in 20 right there. And now your equation is going to say 20 equals x squared plus 4x minus 12. Now, unfortunately, you can't get x by itself because you have a quadratic term and a linear term. So I'm going to help you with this part. We got to get 0 on one side, okay? 0 on one side. So now we have 0 equals x squared plus 4x, and this is negative 32. Okay, so now there's one of two ways you can do it. You can either solve this using the quadratic formula, or you can find out how to put it in factored form, what adds to get 4 and multiplies to get negative 32. If that's possible, you can factor it. If that isn't possible, you use the quadratic formula and you're going to get the answers there. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire, you should be able to do the rest of these. 13, 14, and 15 are in vertex form. So you're going to have to solve those using the video from last week. If you don't know how to do that, just go ahead and do that there. All right, the next set of problems here, let's see if it's on the same screen. Boom, there they are. All right, these ones are just 6 problems. You got to do the quadratic formula. Okay, this video I'm going to end here pretty quick. I'm not going to do a quadratic formula for you because I already made a quadratic formula video. So what I did for your convenience is put the answers in the second page. Okay, so the answers aren't, you're not going to just turn in a picture of the answers. You need to show me all your work. The answers are there so you can make sure you're getting the right answers. If you can't get the right answer, your next step would be to ask a friend, hey, did you get the right answer? And if no one else can help you, you should probably contact me and say, hey, I just can't get this answer. Can you show me what I'm doing wrong? And I'll happily do that for you. Anyway, other than that, guys, we are all set. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.